It was a cold winter evening. The alleyway was dark, lit only by a flickering street lamp and the distant sounds of a city too busy to care. A single dad in a perfectly tailored suit, Ayan Malik, the youngest CEO of a billion-dollar tech company, was storming out of a business dinner gone wrong. His heart was heavy, his mind racing with decisions and deadlines. He had no time, no space for distractions. Until a gentle tug on his sleeve stopped him. He looked down. A little girl, around 6 years old, wearing a faded pink coat too thin for the weather, tears pooled in her big brown eyes. "Sir, Mommy can't walk," she cried, pointing toward the darkness of the alley. Ayan's world, filled with profits, presentations, and power, suddenly froze. "Where is she?" he asked, his voice rough but shaken. The girl grabbed his hand desperately and led him between trash bins and broken crates, to a woman slumped against a wall, shivering, struggling to breathe. Her legs looked injured, her clothes soaked from the rain that had poured earlier. Yet what struck Ayan the most was her face, exhausted, pale, and yet, beautiful, strong. "Mommy." The little girl dropped beside her, holding her hand tight. "This uncle will help." The woman tried to push her daughter behind her, confused and afraid, like someone used to hardship and abandoned promises. I can manage," she whispered through pain. "No, you can't," Ayan said softly. Without hesitation, he slipped his arms under her and lifted her as if she weighed nothing. The woman gasped, startled by the sudden care. He felt her flinch, years of mistrust built from every time life failed her. "Just trust me," he said. Her daughter hurried beside them, struggling to keep up as he carried her mother out of that cruel alley into the warm glow of streetlights. At the hospital, doctors rushed the woman into treatment. Ayan sat with the little girl, Lily, who hugged a worn-out teddy bear. The hospital lights made her look even smaller, too small to be battling life alone. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lily, and Mommy is Zara," she whispered, eyes glued to the emergency room door. Ayan learned that Zara had been a nurse who lost her job when her mother fell sick, forcing her to care for her alone. After her mother died, the bills buried her. They lost their home. They'd been surviving from shelter to shelter, day to day, until today when Zara collapsed, her legs giving out completely. "And Daddy?" Ayan asked gently. Lily shook her head. "Mommy says Daddy is with the stars." Ayan's heart cracked. He was a single parent too. His wife, the love of his life, died giving birth to his son, Rehan, now 4. He knew loss. He knew the silent war of staying strong when every piece of you is tired. Hours later, Zara was wheeled out. Her injuries needed rest and treatment. When she saw Lily curled asleep in the CEO's lap, she tried to sit up. "Thank you, but we can't afford any of this," she whispered. "It's taken care of," he replied firmly. "No, sir, we." Ayan leaned closer, eyes kind. "Please. Not charity, humanity." Zara's eyes welled. She was so used to doors closing that a door opening felt unreal. Days passed. Ayan visited them every evening. He brought soup, toys for Lily, even books for Zara to read while recovering. Lily would run up to him shouting, "Uncle Ayan," as if he was the hero of her world now. But the truth was, they were becoming the light in his. His son Rehan adored Lily. They would draw together and giggle until the hospital staff smiled at the sound. Slowly, Zara's guard melted. She told Ayan her dreams, how she once wanted to open a clinic for poor families. How she believed kindness could heal more than medicine ever could. "You still can," he said one night. She smiled sadly. "Some dreams are too expensive." "Then let me invest in your dream," he said. Her eyes widened at his sincerity, but before she could respond, an anxious nurse rushed to their room. "Sir, we have a problem. The patient's insurance records, they don't exist. She has outstanding bills from another hospital." Zara sat upright, panic rising. "We'll leave. I'll find another." "No." Ayan stood, his CEO voice echoing authority. "All bills. Cleared. Now." The nurse blinked, stunned by his unwavering tone. Zara stared at him like he was impossible. Because in her world, he was. Weeks later, Zara fully recovered. Ayan offered them a small apartment in one of his company's housing units, safe, warm, with a school nearby for Lily. "For now," he said. "Until you're back on your feet." Zara was speechless. "Why would you do this for us?" Ion looked at Lily playing with Rihan. Because your daughter asked me for help. And I know how it feels, when your child becomes your entire reason to survive. Her heart recognized the truth in his voice. Months passed. Zara began working at one of Ion's charity medical centers. She thrived, saving lives again. Lily and Rihan became inseparable, laughing louder than their parents ever could alone. One evening at a community event, Zara found herself standing next to Ion as the sun melted into shades of gold around them. "You changed our life," she whispered. "No," he said, stepping closer. "You changed mine." Their hands found each other naturally, like fate had been waiting for this moment. Tears glimmered in Zara's eyes, but this time, they were tears of relief, hope, love. For the first time in years, she felt chosen, valued, safe. And Ion, the powerful CEO who had everything except happiness, finally felt home. Sometimes, the person who saves you is the one who needed saving too. So if this story touched your heart even a little, hit like, share this video with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional stories like this. Because compassion can change a life, just like Ion changed Zara's. And maybe, your one small act of kindness today can change someone else's world too.